I just feel like there's this level of communication that needs to go out, because I feel sometimes the people who say all lives matter don't realize that they're saying something wildly offensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
Who do we cancel? Who do we educate? The one token black friend for a bunch of white people has to give a seminar to all of these motherfuckers and let them know what's going on. Is that what has to happen?
It's sad, but unfortunately, they shouldn't have to, and they have every right to be pissed off about it. You know,
right.
But you're dealing with people who've never looked at themselves this way, and it's their fault. You know, it's their inability to see beyond what they already know.
The problem is a lot of us are saying that we're not willing to right now because we're fucking exhausted. You know what I mean?
Of course. You should be. And it's tough because I do think it's unfair that black people have to constantly tell white people what to do and how to be a decent person. Unfortunately, right now, I do think it's an important time for the leaders of these movements to come together, real legislation, real ideas, present them in a clear way and say, we're not going to stop until we get this. They got their backs against the wall, man. You can tell a corporation, you can go to Pepsi right now and be like, your board needs to be 30% black and we're not supporting you anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest myths out there is that we have to explain white privilege to white people. I think white people are very aware of white privilege.
I don't think they are.
I don't think
They are. No, my point is that the easiest way to not admit that you're benefiting from white privilege systematically and for generations is to act like you don't know about it. And that's why it's different with this generation, because Gen Z interconnected with all these other races. When they found out about what white privilege was, they were like, hold up, are you fucking kidding me? Is this shit real? This is not acceptable. And the reason they've been able to say it is because they didn't have to worry about losing, generational wealth. They're all young.
You're going to tell me that the Karen movement, you think they're aware of white privilege? Completely unaware.
Yes, they are, because they're panicking, bro. Mm-hmm. They're holding on to this imperialism that's crumbling. And a lot of people are thinking, I might end up on the wrong side of history with this one. I need to do something right now. Right. Are they going to look at me like how they look at people in Jim Crow South? How they look at people in Nazi Germany that was going along with Hitler? I don't care. Any reason's a good reason to mobilize. You know what I'm saying? And I also think people wanted to be outside for a little bit because they couldn't take it anymore. Another thing that helped the protest is people just wanted to get the fuck outside.